Eli Lilly Company is marking a milestone this week, 150 years of investment here in the Circle City.
This morning, state and city leaders celebrated the company with a special event featuring guests, including Colts legend Peyton Manning. Fox 59's Beairshelle Edmé had the chance to host that panel with those leaders, including former Governor Mitch Daniels.
But before then, she sat down exclusively with Lilly's CEO, covering a wide range of topics and how the company plans on growing for the next 150 years.
Medicine can heal and scientists can innovate. Eli Lilly Company believes it does both right here from the heart of Indianapolis.
He was driven by purpose, which was to make medicines that did what they said they'd do, which seems like a basic idea now, but in that time, there was no regulations. People would buy medicines that didn't do anything or maybe even harmed you.
In 1876, Civil War Colonel Eli Lilly founded a company in Indianapolis to make medicine. And in a century and a half, scientists in this Indianapolis-based headquarters have discovered dozens of drugs, from antidepressants to insulin to treat type 1 diabetes.
You would live a few years at most. And now we celebrate people living 70 years post-diagnosis. Incredible. Or the mass production of penicillin, which Lilly led during World War II.
Today, Lilly's top drug is what's known as a GLP-1, Zepbound, Mounjaro, and now in pill form, Foundayo. The FDA-approved drugs help manage blood sugar levels and have tackled obesity, which CDC says affects 100 million Americans. The new medicine received praise and criticism. There are healthcare providers or even fitness experts, dietitians who have some concerns or doubts about the effectiveness of this drug and whether it minimizes the emphasis on physical fitness and also nutrition. What, if any, response do you have to some of that criticism?
Yeah, well, we have a lot to say about that. Of course, all our clinical trials, which show those weight loss numbers, like I said, 40, 50 pounds with Zepbound, are on top of diet counseling and physical fitness regimes, which when people go on our trials, we give best standard of care. That's what we recommend when people are going on the medication. It's not a replacement for daily discipline in our dietary habits, and certainly not a replacement for physical activity, which has its own benefits beyond weight loss.
Starting in July, seniors on Medicare will be able to fill these weight loss prescriptions through a pilot program for a $50 copay versus the norm, $1,000. Drug advancements also mean operation expansion in the Hoosier State, including in Lebanon. The LEAP district is one where you've invested there. What is the pledge to the community, if any, for some of the concerns they have about environmental issues, water resources, and even the ecosystem?
Yeah, I think those concerns are normal when we see growth and change in our communities. But Lilly's got a long track record here, and I think people should really look at that, which is that pretty much everywhere we've built new sites, that the air and the water that is around those sites is cleaner than when we started. I don't want to say trust us, hold us accountable to that standard that we've had in the past, but I think our track record is really excellent here.
Ricks emphasizes that community impact and collaboration are pivotal to Lilly's success. As the company celebrates its anniversary, he tells me an estimated 100 billion people's lives have been saved in these 150 years from the drug research, development, and manufacturing happening in Indiana and beyond.
This celebration is not just one for the company, it's one for the community. I think Lilly's presence here has really made Indiana a better place, and we're committed to Indiana as our home and to continue to reinvest in our people and in Indianapolis.